Welcome back, guys, to the Orlando Huskies franchise. It is week number 6 of season 5. The 4-1 Huskies are taking on the 3-2 Raiders for first place in the AFC South. Or AFC West. What am I talking about? AFC West. And the Huskies will kick this one off to Ben Jones at the goal line. And McCain makes a great tackle. And the Raiders have pretty much kept this whole team around as McDonald has come out on the field. Starting quarterback, 1,000 yards on the season, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception for McDonald. As neither of these teams really turned the ball over too much. And it's a 1st and 10 from the 20. McDonald under center. As Grimes wasn't able to make a play, and Stokes already with a 20-yard gain against us. Stokes is notoriously known for killing us, and as pretty much this whole offense is. But this year we're looking to change that. As Staten, nice coverage on the curl route, makes McDonald throw it to the wrong shoulder. Gonna be a 2nd and 10 now. At the 40, trips to the right for McDonald. They go with a check down, and Taylor Kirkpatrick with a nice play on the outside. Only a 2-yard gain for Reeves. Third and 8 now from the 42 for the Raiders. Trips to the left. See if this Huskies defense can get a stop. As McDonald takes off, he fumbles, and it's Huskies football. And look who it is, Shane, with his 3rd fumble recovery of the year. As who forced it? It looked like it was Justin Martinez and Miles McMillan forcing that ball out. It might have been Justin getting his hand in there, but you see the offense is loving it. They're pumped. Here comes Josh in the offense. Josh with 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns, to only 2 interceptions. In my opinion, has to be the front runner for MVP. That is just my opinion. It could be a biased opinion, but 1st and 10 from the 50 now. Huskies going with a play action pass here. They wanted to take a deep shot downfield. They do to Damian Harrison. Damian trucks through one down to the 21-yard line. A 29 pitch and catch for Damian. Big news in this game. Dom Huff and Connor Kelly both back. 1st and 10 now. A play action pass here. As Josh going across the middle of the field. Swatted down trying to fit that ball into Hayes. Was a tight window. Couldn't fit it in. Now it's a 1st and 10. You see Hayes in right now. Is wondering if there's an injury of some sort. But a handoff to Drew Stevens. Picks up 1. Maybe they adjusted my receiving core, which they shouldn't have. And they did. But that's how it's supposed to look. Connor is back, so he'll be the backup slot receiver like he's been this entire time. And now it's a 3rd and 9 from the 21. Bunch to the right for the Huskies as Damian's wide open on that one. Dropped though. A great play by the DB to force that ball out. And the Huskies are going to have to settle for 3 after the huge 39 or 29-yard gain after the turnover. But they go up 3-0 midway through this 1st quarter. As James Aldridge will kick this one deep. Ben Jones at the goal line will return it. McCain misses a tackle, and Jones nearly took that one to the house after a couple of great moves. Stokes already having an amazing season, closing in on 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. And it is only week number 6. first and 10 from the 28 though. McDonald looking to pass on this play. He's going long. And that one covered great by Dillon. Forces a bad throw on the outside. Now it is a second and 10 from the 28. Go with another pass here. And that one's going to be easy pitch and catch for McDonald. But Ben Jones is hurt on the play. Looks like he should be fine, but he is holding that forearm. Got up pretty quickly, but holding the forearm, running to the locker room. Now a first and 10 from the 43. And Stokes has a ton of running room. Finally brought down by Dillon and Johnson. Not after a 22-yard pickup, though. Now it's going to be a first and 10 from the 35. As good coverage from Dillon. Just kind of a weird throw by McDonald. Durant went up and got that ball, though. Now it's going to be a first and 10 from the 23. McDonald under center here. It's a handoff to Stokes, and Caden came all the way across field, nearly made an amazing tackle. CJ now coming all the way across field to make the tackle. 8-yard pickup for Stokes, though. It's now going to be a second and 2 from the 15. As the Raiders are really going run heavy right now. And that one's going to get them into the end zone. Stokes finding his way into the end zone. Making a couple of nice cuts. He's being very patient, making the defenders choose what side they think they're going to. And then he's cutting it back nearly every time. And this Huskies offense is going to have to answer. They've done that for the most part of this season. As Steven Sutherland won't be able to return that one, as that is way too deep in the end zone. First and 10 from the 25 though. Trips to the right for Josh. Play action pass here. They sent the blitz. And Josh across the middle of the field to Kylo. Threw it on the dime. Wow, getting hit. Big throw and catch there. Now it's a first and 10 from the 48. Josh back under center. Play action pass here. As Hunter is open. Just a bad throw by Josh. And the defenses look like they're starting to pick up on these crossing routes to Hunter. Could be something to watch out in the future. Now a second and 10. As Josh just kind of lobs that one up for Damian. Just overthrown by a little bit. Dangerous throw to Damian there. Now it's a third and 10 from the 48. It's going to be a play action pass here with two tight ends out on the field. And Josh is hit once again. Nothing was open on that one. And this Raiders defense starting to figure out this Huskies offense here. And James Aldridge will punt this one deep. Turn man runs away from it as this one bounces into the end zone for another Huskies or for a touchback. Stokes now over 400 yards on the season, now closing in on 500. He's halfway to it as he has his X factor already in this one. So first and 10 from the 20 now. CJ Hunter coming in screaming. And CJ forces a throwaway from McDonald. CJ's been getting a ton of pressures on the season. Just hasn't been able to turn them into sacks like that play right there. But he's going deep here on the play. Perfect coverage by Young and Flock. Unable to get any separation downfield. And now it's going to be a third and 10 from the 20. See what this defense could do here. And Dillon not able to break that one up. And Durant down to the 50-yard line after the 30-yard pickup. Great coverage from Dillon. Just a better catch from the receiver, honestly. First and 10 now from the 50. Another pickup of a first down from Holloway now. He picks up 11 on the first down play. Now it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 39. That one is dropped by Durant across the middle of the field. Bad drop by Durant. Had a ton of running room. There was no Huskies really in the area. 2nd and 10 now from the 39. Huskies send a blitz, and Gage Bloodgood brings him down. Nobody saw Gage coming in off the edge, and it was too little too late by the time he got there. 3rd and 15 now. And the Raiders will take it to the second quarter. Up 7-3. Third and 15 now from the 44. Vigil Hatcher coming in along with Grimes. Forces a throwaway. And forces a punt from this Raiders offense. It's Connor Kelly, or that's actually Hunter back there. This week, given Connor's arm, probably one more week to really get going. 1st and 10 now from the 14. Trips to the left, Sutherland in the backfield. Sutherland had a solid game last week, but met in the backfield for a loss of 1 there. Drew Stevens got hurt last week, and Sutherland is in for majority of that game, but Drew is back for this week. On the 2nd down catch, Connor Kelly hangs onto that one, picks up 5. Nearly turned the corner and got upfield. Would have had a ton of running room if he did. A 3rd and 6 from the 18. Huskies looking to avoid going 3 and out here. As Damian drops that one, a bad drop from Damian. Was wide open. Josh put it right on his hands, and Pittman causes the ball to come out of Damian's hands right there. As Huskies go 3 and out, and it's a punt here. Tried to spin away as he's tackled at the 33-yard line. Stokes didn't really do anything on that drive. Does have his X factor though. Have to be cautious of that, how you play it. But a 1st and 10 from the 33. Raiders switching the play. And here comes McClendon. Forces McDonald to throw it on the run, but throws a dime on the run. Caden coming all the way from his edge position to tackle Reeves at the 30. A great throw from McDonald on the run. 1st and 10 from the 30 now. And Stokes pushed out at the 17-yard line, and once again this run defense having trouble in this one. 1st and 10 from the 17. 3 tight ends on the field. As Caden with a good effort on that play. Stokes with a nice stiff arm though. Nobody else able to get off a block. It's going to be a 2nd and 3. They toss play now. And Dylan's not able to break the tackle. And Shane is dribbled into the end zone. A touchdown for the Raiders. And 2nd of the game for Stokes. As this defense is reeling now. It's been all Raiders so far, really, after the fumble. They scored 14 unanswered, and it's been all Brian Stokes. As Sutherland is back there for this punt or kick return. Surprised to not see Gage back there. Might have been taking the week off at kick returner. 1st and 10 now from the 23. Best offense in the league, struggling early in this one. The handoff to Drew Stevens, and Stevens finds a small hole, brings it up to the 36. That's a good way to get this offense going with the run game. 1st and 10 from the 36 now. It's going to be another handoff to Drew Stevens, and Stevens picks up 3 on that carry. A little slow to get up. To worry about his health later on in the season as well. 2nd and 7 from the 38. Josh, across the middle of the field to Kylo, hangs onto it for a huge pitch and catch. On to Raiders' side of the field now. 1st and 10 from the 45. See what the Huskies like to do here. Josh just going to check it down to Drew Stevens, who thought he had the catch and then ends up dropping it late. Now a 2nd and 10 empty set here for the Huskies with just under 3 minutes left to go in this one. As Josh has to throw that one, avoiding the sack. Third and 10 now for this Huskies offense. And another empty set here for Josh. Is Josh just going to take off, try and use his speed to get to the edge. Tackled down at the 37-yard line. And in the middle of nowhere, Huskies are going to leave their offense on the field here just before the 2-minute warning. And they're going to give it to their power back, Drew Stevens, who's met behind the line of scrimmage and loses one on the play. As the Huskies tried to go fast and it bites them in the butt. Now it's a 1st and 10 from the 37 for the Raiders. As Javon Young drops a pick. Both of the safeties would have had the pick and they both pretty much deflected it away from each other. Now it's a 2nd and 10 from the 37. As Vigil Hatcher coming in, strip sack on the play. Offensive lineman picks it up and Caden tackles him down at the 18. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning now. Huge strip sack from Vigil Hatcher. And a 3rd and 29 now for this Raiders offense. They go with a run play to the right, and no one's getting off the blocks. A broken tackle, finally brought down after 18 yards. But it will be a 3 and out for this Raiders offense. The Huskies will get this ball back. Hunter back there to return this one. Hunter makes a move to the right, breaks one tackle. Hunter makes another one miss, down to the 42-yard line. A great return from Hunter. We saw Hunter as the kick return or punt returner in year 1. Now doing it in year 5. 1st and 10 from the 41 now. Bunch to the right for Josh. As Damien's wide open across the middle. And that punt return might have gave him life as Damien with a huge catch. Down to the 35-yard line. Clock is ticking for this Huskies offense. 35 seconds and ticking. As Hunter's wide open downfield. Hunter stiff arms one man and is tackled hard at the 5. Gets up pretty quickly and it's fired up. Empty set now for the Huskies on a 1st and goal from the 5. As Josh takes off running, tries to fight forward down at the 2. Josh thought he could fit that in for a run to the end zone. Now it's a 2nd and goal from the 2. It's going to be a handoff to Drew Stevens, who couldn't get into the end zone, and the Huskies are going to go hurry up here. Another 3rd and goal from the 1. Finally, Drew walks into the end zone. And surprisingly, Drew Stevens is a power back, but is pretty awful in short yardage situations, as we've seen multiple times in this franchise. But that time he gets into the end zone. all set up by a great return from Hunter. James Aldridge will kick this one deep with only 8 seconds left in this first half. And Rosenberg trying to strip that ball loose, but the Raiders will just come out and knee the ball here. And they'll go into half up 14-10. As this would be a crucial win for the Raiders. And a crucial loss for the Huskies, going 0-2 in the division so far. But this passing game is going to have to step it up, and they are going to have to stop this run game one way or another. It's going to be a... Well, Gage will be... Or Steven Sutherland will be back, but he will not return that one. Down it in the end zone at the 25-yard line. And the offense will begin at the 25. Josh under center. Drew Stevens in the backfield. The handoff to Drew. He picks up 3 on that carry. Now a 2nd and 7 from the 28. Sweet in the backfield now with a bunch to the right. Play action pass. Nothing open downfield. Josh is going to check it down to Hunter for a gain of 3. Only the 2nd catch of the game for Hunter. His teams have been playing him very well and very tight recently with even some double teams. Now it's a 3rd and 4. Empty set here for the Huskies. And Josh just going to take off and slide down, assuring they get the first down. As they dropped 8 back into coverage right there. It's now a 1st and 10 from the 39. Sweet back in the backfield. It's a counter play to Sweet, and Sweet has a lot of running room down to the 47-yard line. And on limited touches, Sweet has provided a little bit of a spark this season. 1st and 10 from the 47 now. Trips to the left. Stevens back in the backfield. As Josh hits Jason Blacklock on the out route down to the 26-yard line. And Josh having a pretty mediocre day, but as long as we win, it's all that matters. 1st and 10 from the 26. That was Jason's first catch of the game. And now Josh is strip sacked, and luckily for us, the offensive lineman jumped on it as Josh was laid out on that play. Blown up in the pocket. Now it's a 2nd and 17, and they're just going to hand it off to Drew Stevens, who picks up 6 on the play. And Whittaker is hurt. Walking with a limp to the locker room. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 11. Another empty set here for the Huskies. On the 3rd and 11. On the run. 200. Just a tad bit overthrown. And the Huskies are going to have to settle for 3 as the drive stalls out after the strip sack. Sammy Lee coming out onto the field. And this one's perfect once again. It's going to be a 1-point game, and see if this Huskies team can stop this running attack from the Raiders. As James Aldridge will kick this one deep here. They'll get it at the goal line. Cunningham able to make a great tackle at the 24. Stokes 9 yards short of 500 on the season, with over 100 yards this game already. 1st and 10 from the 24. And Dillon couldn't make the first tackle. McMillan finally brings him down after a 7-yard gain, and it's once again on a short amount of carries for these running backs. Just been destroying us. As this one, Stokes does a weird spin out of a hit, but down at the 39. 1st and 10 from the 30 now. McDonald under center. As he's tackled for loss finally from McMillan and Grimes. Grimes was tired of it. Pushed his offensive lineman all the way back in the Stokes. A great play there. Now it's a 2nd and 11. As the blitz comes in hot and heavy, and Vaughn Ford and Darrell White come in and combine for half a sack. A great blitz call on the 2nd and 11. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 20. They go with a screenplay. Grimes reads it out, just not quick enough as Shane and Gage push him out after an 11-yard pickup. And it'll be another punt for this Raiders offense. Hunter's back there once again, looking to do more of the same like he did last drive. Well, last time he was out. Only brings this one to the 22, but that's where Josh and the offense will come out. Looking to do more damage, trying to take the lead this drive. 1st and 10 now. As this one, Josh tried to throw a back shoulder to Kylo, just underthrew it. Kylo had his man beat by multiple steps, underthrown, and it was deflected. Now it's a 2nd and 10. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens, and Stevens picks up the 1st down. Good cutback by Drew, saw the blitz come in. 1st and 10 now from the 34. Trips to the left for the Huskies. It's a read option on the play, and Stevens picks up 3. Third or 2nd and 7, I should say. Trips to the right. It's going to be a play action pass now. Josh on the run. Just going to have to throw this one away. And now it will be a 3rd and 7 for this Huskies offense. Big 3rd down conversion here. From the 37. You need this if you're the Huskies. Wide open is Connor Kelly. Hangs on to that one down to the 41-yard line. Has 2 catches in his comeback game. That one will end the 3rd quarter. Huskies driving on the field down 1 for 1st place in the division. This is a must-win game for both teams if they want this division. Now it's a 1st and 10 from the 41. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens, and Jamal Lacey pushing him forward for a gain of 4. Second and 6 now from the 37. Bunch to the right. And Josh is going to take a shot deep to Jason Blacklock, and it's deflected down. The 50-50 ball just hasn't been there for Jason in his career so far. Keep trying to go to it, just hasn't really worked out. 3rd and 6 from the 37 now. Big 3rd down conversion. As Josh just takes off, and a great block from Jason, and Josh slides down at the 19. Great way to use his legs so far this season. 1st and 10 now from the 19. Learning a little bit from Tyree Gibbons, I guess. And Josh sees Damian open on the drag route. Takes that one up to the 13-yard line. And now Dom Huff, hurt once again in his 1st game back. It looked like he was holding that same shoulder or his chest that he hurt before. That's a 1st and goal from the 6. And Josh goes to Drew Stevens in the flat. Tackled at the 1-yard line. And a torn labrum for Dom Huff. That's going to be unfortunate, as it has all my backups messed up. So you won't see Ford in this one, but you will see him for the remaining of the season. But Drew Stevens walks into the end zone on that play. Now it's a big 2-point conversion here for this Huskies team. Josh under center. And Jason hangs on to that one. And the Huskies have a 7-point lead in the huge divisional game. As James Aldridge will kick this one deep to the Raiders with 5:40 remaining in this 4th quarter, as he jukes out Rosenberg, but McCain and Miles Franklin, I believe that was, able to tackle him at the 23-yard line. First and 10 from the 23. McDonald in gun. It's going to be a handoff. Miles Franklin trying to rip that ball out from Stokes, who's had a really, really nice day. Second and 2 now from the 30. It's really good blocking from the Raiders right there. And a great tackle from Young at the 50. Stokes continuing his amazing day. And he did this to us last year, and he's done it 5 straight years, and he's doing it again. First and 10 from the 50 now. That time, Pat McClendon wasn't having none of it. Tackled him at the 46. Second and 5 now. From the 46. And Shane and Young tackle him short of the first down line. Only about 4.5 on the pickup. Gonna be a 3rd and inches here. A great play by Tavon Johnson to force an incompletion. Now it's gonna be 4th and inches. Huge play here in this game. Fourth and inches. Can this Huskies defense staying tall? Play action pass. As he had all day in the pocket, finds his receiver downfield. Finally tackled at the 10-yard line. Stevens left wide open downfield as his D-line got no pressure after McDonald. They did block 7, I believe. They blocked a ton. First and 10 from the 40, or first and 10 from the 10. CJ Hunter got a little bit of pressure at the end of that play, but a throwaway from McDonald. Second and 10 now from the 10. Surprised they haven't gone back to Stokes, and they do, as I say that, on the check down, and he picks up 8. Gonna be a 3rd and 2 from the 2. Big play after big play for these teams. McDonald under center. It's a handoff to Stokes, and Stokes just walks into the end zone. Set up the blocking perfectly, and just follow them into the end zone to tie up this one. Field goal attempt is, or that PAT attempt is good. And now Josh and this Huskies offense are going to have 2:20 left in this one to try and go down the field and win it in regulation. Sutherland is back there. Will return it a couple yards deep from the end zone. As he has a ton of running room, and Steven Sutherland was a broken tackle away from taking the lead once again. And gotta wonder if that was Gage, would he be housed at with 3 on the season already. First and 10 from the 33. It's a handoff to Drew Stevens, and Stevens picks up 6, and they're gonna let this clock go to the 2-minute warning. A tie game here. An important divisional race. $21 apiece here. Huskies with the football. Trying to drive down the field, take the lead here. Stevens in the backfield. They send the blitz on the play. Jason Blacklock wide open across the middle of the field, and he's already in field goal range for the Huskies. A great route from Drew, or from Jason Blacklock. Don't know where I got Drew Stevens from, but first and 10. Now it's a handoff to Drew Stevens, and great blocking by the receivers downfield, and Stevens stiff arms one man. And honestly, that's good. He went backwards. Now we could waste more clock. Now it's a 2nd and 1. And Drew Stevens takes the handoff, trucking through one. down to the 7-yard line, and Drew Stevens looks like a new beast back down here. First and goal from the 7. Stevens takes a hit, carry down to the 2 now. Raiders have used all of their timeout to save as much clock as they can. Eric Franklin coming in motion now. And it's going to be a handoff to Drew Stevens, who's bouncing back and forth into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! They take the lead with 1:10 left. Have to wonder, though, did they give McDonald too much time on the clock? As last year, we lost a heartbreaker to the Raiders on the last play of the game. And that ruined all of our hopes for the playoffs. Will they do it again? As James Aldridge kicks this one to the 1-yard line. McCain misses a tackle, but McMillan and Sutherland bring him down at the 29-yard line. And look at Brian Stokes. Almost 200 total yards of offense this game. Now it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wide open across the middle of the field. Broken tackle after broken tackle. Finally brought down at the 43. And that was just one play. But no timeouts for the Raiders, so a sack would be costly. And that one only goes for 9. Surprised not seeing the Raiders spike the ball here. 2nd and inches now. As they got no pressure on them, as CJ Hunter's finally chasing McDonald, but forces a throwaway here. As it's now a 3rd and inches from the 33. Need this D-line to come alive. As they lob this one up. Perfect coverage downfield. And 7 seconds left. It's going to be the final play of the game here. And they're just going to go with a Hail Mary attempt. 4th and inches now. McDonald making adjustments. They double team CJ. They lob this one up. And Stevens staying with his 4th interception of the season and sealing a huge divisional win for the Huskies. 2nd turnover of the game for the Raiders. Josh will just come out and knee the ball as the Huskies move to 5-1 on the season and now take a commanding lead in the division. Check out some of the stats for Josh. 81.6 QB rating, 12 of 24, 218. No touchdowns, no picks. Solid game. Drew Stevens, 17 carries, 89 yards, 3 touchdowns. Josh had a couple of big first downs on his legs. And Damian, 3 catches, 67 yards. Kylo, 2 catches, 40 yards. It was just kind of an average game for the receivers, but a win is a win. And Dom Huff injured but did allow a sack. As McMillan led the team in tackles, Gage 2nd. Tackles for loss from White, Ford, Hatcher, Grimes, Gage, Caden, McMillan, and a sack for Hatcher, Gage, and a half a sack for White and Ford. A pick for Steven Stanton, the deflection from Johnson and Dillon, and a forced fumble from Hatcher and McMillan. But we only recovered one of those. But a huge win to beat the Raiders and move to 5-1 on the season. And I'll see y'all in week 7. Peace.